G'day, how are you? Happy Australia Day if you're in Australia. I'm Steve Hay, and even though this channel's Woodworking Masterclass, there's not much of a masterclass going on today because at the moment I've got an hour to kill. I've been working flat chat all day, but because I don't have to water the trees or the flowers or the veggie patch, I can get some gluing done. And I thought instead of listening to Deep Purple, which I've been doing all day, I'll go on, and if anyone wants to have a chat, I'm happy to have a chat. So there you go. So if you want to say good day, hop in and say good day. If you've got any woodwork relating questions, I'm happy to stop what I'm doing and help you out with an answer if I know it. Oh, and if I don't know it, I promise I won't make it up. G'day, Randall, how you going, mate? Did you have a good Australia Day? I might have to be in tomorrow to get some more glue. I just about run out. G'day, Rob. G'day, Derek. Happy Australia Day. These are tops and bottoms for my bee boxes. The unnamed username. G'day, mate. Those of you that have been following recent streams, I've been doing a batch of bee boxes. Oh, well, I'll use that one then. Oh dear, excuse me, genuine old man noise. And I have just about got 20 of them finished. And then I saw all this timber lying around the shed, and I thought, why don't I cut it up and glue it together, and then I can have some tops and bottoms so I don't have to do the whole process later on. G'day, Al, how you going, mate? Thanks for dropping bid. Just building some electronics to auto start stop big dusty. When I say, yes, I couldn't agree more. I'm not a fan of those no voltage switches. For me, personally, I think they're a pain in the petunias because you got to reach over, then you got to press start, then you go and do your job, then you got to turn it off. I'm not going to say what I did, but mine are automatic. As soon as I turn the switch on, they start, which to me is a much better option. But hope it works for you, Derek, because it will be a boon. The other thing I've seen is those remote control ones. I think they're 220 volts. And you just carry them in your pocket, and when you want your dusty to start, away you go. But I think you've got to fiddle around the electronics on that too when you got the no voltage switches. It's wet and couldn't get into the yard with a new chainsaw. No, I didn't like. Mate, you don't need dry weather to use a chainsaw. Just be about it. You want some practice? I've got some logs here. Some silky oaks I've got to rip and cut into bulb lengths or some such thing. Richard, hi, long time no speak. Mate, I am well. How you going yourself? I just thought I might as well go on because some people might be as bored as me and just want to have a chat. And I was pleased I did because there's people there that want to have a chat. See, if I go over to the house, I get talked at. Here I can have a conversation. Did I say that out loud? Sorry, Susie, I didn't mean it. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Now that can go there, that can go there. That can go there, there. There we go. So it's going to be easy. Yeah, but mate, I'm not allowed to say that, but yeah, mine's gone the same direction as yours. It's amazing. It's amazing what heat shrink will do, isn't it? Yeah. Shh. Don't tell. Nathaniel, g'day, mate. How are you? Was that you that sent me the friend request the other day on Facebook? Because I responded. Now we're friends on Facebook. Although I must admit, I'm not doing much on Facebook. at the moment because I just got other things to do. I keep on reaching for a... Oh, I don't know if it's going to be long enough. Weight 1. 2. Wait a minute. I'll just go off camera and measure this. Oh, yeah, no, that'd be all right. We can get away with that. We have the technology. Oh, there we go. Cut down. Oh, cutting down is even more fun than cutting up. I got a call the other day from my mate that makes the chisels, and he wants to go out west and get some timber. So that might be on the cards in a couple of months when it gets a little bit cooler, because it is so humid at the moment. It is revolting. See, I haven't even got my apron on. I've got a daggy old t-shirt and it's going to get filthy. It's all good. Hang on, Andy, I just saw you're in. Let me... Where are we up to? Yeah, there we go. I've been trying to do too much startup current for remote control. Yeah, it does pull a bit, doesn't it? I'm here to glue and I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Oh dear. Hey, those of you that saw me the other day after I bought that biscuit jointer, whoa. I'm not totally sold on it as far as furniture making goes, but as far as bee boxes go, yeah, baby. Richard, good morning, mate. How you going? Firewood deal this morning. Can't hang around. Well, it's nice of you to drop in, mate. It is. Every time I look at my couple of fruit trees, I do think of you. Oh. But I couldn't do the hours you do. That's a bit too much for this old man. There we go. There. Oh. And I'm not having actually the girls, they most likely put themselves to bed by now. I just wouldn't them. It was funny. Snoopy and I've called her Sister Peanuts because they've come in here and they've been on the stream. They also know there's food in here, and it was raining. All the other chooks sheltered under a bush, and Snoop and Peanuts were in here, cuddled up under the thicknesser. And when I turned the thicknesser on, they didn't even move. So I thought, well, that deserves something, so I give them some food. They were happy. Coming to the store on Friday, I'm not in on Thursdays. Don't know if I can, mate. I'm getting my biocycle pumped out on Friday. So, I don't know. I'll see. No promises. Just depend. I might have enough glue to do me for what I need. But I've got to get a 3 litre of Tight Bond 3. Because I'm nearly out. I've got a lot of 2. I've got 2 lots of 2. But, yeah, Tight Bond 3 I'm nearly out of. And that's what I do bee boxes with, because it's weatherproof or waterproof. Which is what you want. Well, I was going to talk about Susie, wasn't I? I'll catch up on all this stuff. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? That can go. There we go. Oh. There we go, go. Whoops. Oh dear. I was here, Nathaniel. No worries, mate. It's all good. Richard's sick of all the political drama, COVID lockdowns in the UK, but alive. Got my room for woodworking room set up, finally making shade. Oh, good on you, room for woodwork. Gee, that was a while back. I thought about doing it up again, but I'm using the bench somewhere else, so I won't. But good to know you're utilising the space, Richard. Hang on, I saw Randy in this. Oh, hi Steve, nearly time for me to get up. How you going, mate? You got another trip to the hospital, or you travelling all right at the moment? I do say a little prayer for you all, all the sick people, and I think it's good that we can come in and share, isn't it? It's nice. And I'm with you, Richard. I'm sick of, yeah. That's why I'm not even going to talk about it. As we used to say many years ago in the army, join the engineers, build a bridge and get over it. Oh. Susie has been as busy as she's been the last 2 days. My local fruiter, Adam, if you're watching, cheers, mate. Been going up there and getting in a whole heap of fruit. And yesterday she was making jams and preserving and cryovacking fruit. So we're pretty all right in the fruit department. Very good. Yeah, she made raspberry jam. Oh, gee, it's yum. I will confess I licked the saucepan. It was yummo. I'm looking forward to when we've actually got our own fruit. It could be a couple of years away before you get a decent amount. Oh. G'day, Trev. Happy Aussie Day. And Vinny. I'll be with you in a tick. Let me just jack this thing up. Did everyone have a good Australia Day? Did you find time to go into the shed? I know, wood and steel didn't, because just one of those things. Why do I need, no, I don't need to worry about that, do I? Can you let me when you go out west for timber? Is it because you want to know that I'm going out, or is it because you want to come out with me? You just want to try a chainsaw and some bush, mate. G'day, Trev. I said g'day, Trev, didn't I? There was talking about you and your old man noises, and I told him you were going to finish the music. He said, oh, you dobber. That was going to be prize for him. I was going to get him out here on false pretenses and then present him with it. What's he talking about? He's older than I am. You wait till I get hold of him. Pooch is real world. G'day, mate. Pooch is weird world. Sorry, I thought this is wild world. Okay. What have we got? Jared, g'day, mates. What I'm working on today, mate, I've had a big, and I mean a big couple of days doing bee boxes and the bed. The bed, the rails are all ready. I thought it was going to be up by Friday, but the weather stopped me from doing everything I really wanted to do. So I've promised Susie she'll be on it by next Friday for sure. Won't have all the blacksmithing and marquetry done, but the frame will be there. The frame for the bed head will be up. The legs will be there. The base will be there. The mattress will be on there. The pillow rail will be there. So she's all happy. In fact, I'm in the good books at the moment. I'm not going to get too excited. It might not last for long. Hey, Trev. Never lasts for too long. Oh, my son came out. You're watching the stream today. When my son rang and he came out, he wanted a projector stand made. And we made that to his girlfriend's satisfaction. So that was good. Isn't it funny though? I suppose people do, oh no, I want it this afternoon. I want to finish this afternoon. And I want to make a cabinet for my records. Can I make it tomorrow? Yeah, right. Doesn't quite work as easy as that. But anyway, it was good to see him. Good to spend time in the shed with him. It reminded me when he was a nipper. He used to love playing with his soldiers underneath the bandsaw. And I bandsaw build forts and all that sort of stuff. I suppose there'd be OH&S laws against that now. You can't have kids down below you. And whatever you call it, bandsaw. And I didn't have a dust extractor on my bandsaw for... Gee whiz. Got to be done if... hang on. 10, 20... It's got to be 15 years at least. Never. Oh no, hang on, no, before that. No, 10... 20, no, 20, 25, about 25 years. Before I had a dust extractor on the bandsaw. Now you've got to have them. Apparently. Oh dear. Hey, it's got me stuck. Oh, sorry. It's got me beat. Hey, mini rant coming up. How did we live, I mean, if you're over 40, how the heck did you make it that far? I mean, I'm over 60, and I wonder, how did I make it? I didn't have any of that stuff. Used to go hurtling down the streets on your push bike, night time, no lights, no brakes. Couple of times I had to stop by falling off. It's all right. Made it. Oh, that's going to be close. Oh, we give it a go. Oh. Happy Australia Day to you too, Jared. Looking like Jenga. Wait a minute. Let me see. Nearly. You would have loved that if it had all fallen down and spilt me glue, wouldn't you? Good on you. Oh dear. No, I cut all these and I had them all so they were all nice and same bits of timber. And then I thought, oh, No, what's the point? It's going to look nice if it's all mixed up. You get different colours. So that's what I'm doing now. It's that time of day when I don't care. What I'm using here, by the way, this is Japanese cedar. Because that's what I've been making the bee boxes out of. Oh no! Communal moan for Vinny. He had to go to work. You poor bloke. If it was any consolation, I worked all day. Oh. Oh. One more trip to hospital, but not urgent, so it might take a while to move at the moment. Yeah, you were saying that, Andy, mate. You're getting hit from all directions, aren't you? Not good. Hopefully the place you find you can stay in for a while. Have you found the place? Natural selection, you reckon, Vinny? Yeah. I mean, I could be uncharitable and say there's some that shouldn't have, but I won't, because I'm not like that. Hey, watching the great. What are we watching at the moment? I bought Amazon Music. And then I thought, I'll give it to the kids, because I think family you get 5 outlets or something or other. Anyway, I've had it for about, maybe 6 months, 9 months, I don't know. And it wasn't until the other day one of my kids said, oh, you're watching Prime Video. I said, no, I'm not paying out more money. No, you get it free with Amazon. That's it. Ratbags have been watching all these good shows. Don't worry about Dad, it's all right. But Susie and I got onto this show. It's good. Finished watching Manifest. Now, what's it called? Alex someone or other. And it's sort of like a high school version of James Bond. Geez. Makes you think. Makes you think. If you're a conspiracy theorist, it makes you think. Hey, Randall, if you're on Friday, you're on the floor, you're upstairs. Oh, 4 more to go. That's it. Nothing. What is it? Heaven don't want us. And no, was it? We're too bad for heaven and hell don't want us. I'll do that one. That looks nice. You getting much rain up your way, Trev? It is pouring down here. It's been wet all day, which is really good because I just put a whole heap of nice fresh compost under all my fruit trees last night. And then when I heard that rain, I thought, couldn't have done it at a better time. Craig, Steve just found out the Philippines have no distinct... Oh, they do too. They do. Wait a minute, I'll read the rest of your post. What is the book you mentioned about Australian bees? I'm sure there will be differences. No, I don't know there'll be many differences. Okay, Craig, it's called, I've got a copy of it here. Might have a copy of it here. It's the Australian Native Bee Book by Dr. Tim Herd. H-E-R-D, Tim Herd. And if you're interested in native bee boxes, these boxes I'm making are available from Dr. Tim Herd. So I hope that helps. The Australian Native Bee Book. It's about $34 Australian. Great book. It explains all about the bees and how to look after them, how to split them, if there's any problems. Really goes into it in depth. Or if you can't get a copy, well, you can order it online. I think if you go under sugarbagbees.net, that's Tim's site, sugarbagbees.net. And you can order his book online. He's just done an update version, which he generously gave me a copy of. Oh, where are we? What, at this rate, you will be in retirement. At this rate. At this rate. Oh, that's all right, Andy. Come down here. We'll put you up, mate. I'll throw a few sheets of tendon together next to the chook shed. It might not be the rich, but you get fresh eggs for breakfast. And Susie will bring you down some jam. There you go. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Ugh. I am, aren't I? I'm flying through them. Matter of fact, I'm thinking I might have to go up the shed and get some more clamps. My top shed clamps. That's the top shed, not the top shed. If that makes sense. Oh, I figured if I can get this done tonight, it's going to save me, well, it'll save me a lot of time down the road because I'm always using tops and bottoms. And then if I've got a stock, matter of fact, when I've got this lot out, I want to start building a stock because I just can't get a stock. It's incredible. You make 20. They sell and you get an order for another 20. When you make those, you get orders for another 20. Please, that's not happening with the bed. I don't want to make 20 of those. I have got a preserving cabinet that originally, Billy, if you're watching, it was the Billy Davis Triple C cabinet, which was cedar cigar cabinet. But unfortunately, it's going to be turned into a preserve cabinet because we're running out of places to stick stuff. Oh, don't want that one. That's one for the yippee pile. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that can go there. All right. No, that can go there. Can go there. Oh, it's high tech. These instantaneous decisions you have to make. Morning, Julian. Yeah, caught me by surprise too. I was going up to the house, and then I thought, oh, I'll just machine this stuff up. So I machined it. And I thought, oh, I haven't done the chooks. So I went down and cleaned the chooks and fed them and had a yarn to them. Came in here to turn the air conditioner off, and I thought, oh, why don't I glue those up? And I thought, well, if I'm going to glue, why don't I stream? Because then I can have a chat. Oh. There we go. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh. Trevor, you're a worry. Now, I always make myself a nice coffee at night. That way I know I'm going to wake up. All right, I'm just going to go up to the top shed and see what other clamps I've got up there. I might have half a dozen or so. And then I'll come back down. No, I'll pay over. It's all right. It's all right, Andy. You don't have to lay an egg. You're welcome, Craig. I hope, I hope you can get a copy. It really is a great book. At the moment, I don't know how many boxes I'm doing this time. I think I've cut enough up. I think there could be 10. It's just I've got a lot of lengths of timber. You want to see how messy it is in here? This is messy, I'm telling you. I'll show you. Oh, I'm pleased I just work by myself. Now this is for everyone. This is, oh, my shed's a mess. All that stuff there, I'm turning the B boxes. That's the boxes I glued together today. That's what the floor looks like over there. So it is a mess. But as I keep saying, it's my mess and I know where everything is. And you know, you could say, oh, listen, such and such, where's so-and-so? And I'll tell you exactly where it is. And I reckon I can come down here in the dark and not break my neck and find what I'm looking for. So hang on, I'll be back, play I Spy, and I'll just get some more clamps. Oh, it's dark out here. There you go. Amazing what happens when you're having fun. Oh, wet too. I don't know if you can hear those galahs, Corellas. Geez, they're noisy. Providing they leave me passion fruit alone, I don't care. I tell you what, the floor's a mess. I was just coming through the machine shed then. But I can actually see my thicknesses, so that's a good thing. I don't know if that was worth the trip. I only found 4 when I was up there. Oh, is that 4? 5. There you go. Oh, that's 5 I can do now. I don't have to do later on. Oh. Ah. Can go there. Can go there. There. I tell you what, I made a dent in that pile. Whoop. Oh dear. Oh. Funny, you know, I cut all the size and I number them. Right, so that's number 13. Do you think I can find some full bits? I'm missing bits. But as I said to someone the other day, I reckon there could be a giraffe riding on the back of a hippopotamus in my shed and I wouldn't see it. Okay. Tomorrow I was meant to do some mowing, but if it was wet, I won't be. I just jumped on the mower this afternoon, flat battery. So, one of two things. The battery's on the fritz, or I haven't used the mower for a while. I tend to think the latter. Although I use the mower like a tractor half the time, towing stuff around the trailer instead of mowing the yard. I'd like to buy a tractor, but Susie won't let me. Ooh, that's very close to the... going all the way through. I didn't realise how much I whistle until I started looking at and editing streams. So there you go. Hang on, I'll read in a minute, Trev. I just saw something your dad said. There we go. Get in there. Take that one out of it. There we go. Go, go, go. Oh, what have we got? Oh. No, I can't do that. I can't do that, Vinny. They don't lay eggs. They get to live their life out naturally and in peace. Well, I was talking to a lady the other day and she had one that wasn't well, so she knocked it on the head and all the kids, oh, you're cruel, you're cruel, you're cruel, you can't do that, you can't eat it. So she said, I made chicken soup out of it. The next day they had chicken soup. Said, oh, it was lovely. So she said, I'll wait until they finished eating it. Remember that chicken I knocked on their head? You just ate her. Oh, this is bordering on fun. As Theo would say, this is too much fun. I'll come down tomorrow, they'll all be dry. So I'll put all the clamps off and finish the rest of them. I just hope they're the right size. You ever done that? Measured something, thought you got it right, and then you cut out 50 of them and you find out you were right. Oh dear, oh dear. Where's my mouse gone? Here we go. Okay. Trevor, another say, my old man, if you're above ground and breathing, you're fine. Mate, I'm with you, 100%. Oh dear. Mom. Yeah, Andy, I can remember that. But nowadays, it's turn the air conditioner off when you're not in the room, or turn the ceiling fan off. Why? Tell you what, my grandkids, they are going to be for the rudest shock of their life if they ever leave home. They were doing something the other day. Anthony, are you watching? They were doing something the other day, and I said to Sue, well, just give them bread and water. Go on. Don't cook me. Either that, or ask them if they want a quiche, and don't cook it, and put it in front of them. And if they go, oh, that's not cooked. Yeah, that's like the jobs you do around here. Half finished. Now eat it or go without. But Susie, no, I can't do that. That's cool. The world will do it to them, I'm sure. Oh, is there glass on the toffee machine? Oh, there is too. Oh. Da-dee-da-da-dee-da. Graffiti on the hip. Yeah, oh, well, that's true, but they're not my giraffe and there's not my hippo. I say there could be one in there. I didn't put it in here, but there could well be one. Or perhaps you could have one and you wouldn't find it. We're playing semantics now. Oh, dear. Ah. Richard Ross, stingless bees. Yes, Australian native bees. Oh, there's all sorts around the world. I believe there's something like 1,500 different varieties of bees in Australia alone, might be more. The main stingless ones I'm familiar with are, I don't know what the first word is because it's a long word, but Cabernaras, which is the ones I've got, and they're like me, they're friendly and they're messy. And then there's Hocking's Eye, which aren't quite as friendly, and they're a bit tidier. And then there's Australis, which are smaller than ants, and they're friendly. And their hives are just gorgeous. They're so neat and structured. And I had a look at some of the hives I've got around the backyard today, and not one of them is built the same. It's really interesting how they build in different sort of techniques. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because they're going to fill up the volume that they've got with brood and then honey, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just see how much of this glue I've got left. Oh dear. Oh dear. How much is there? Hello, I had a possum running across the roof. Let me just fill this up. There you go. That is it. I've run out of clamps, it's official. Yeah, so native bees and stingless, they will bite. The Cabernaras are okay. I don't think I've been bitten by those, but if you annoy their habitat, they do get a little bit I wouldn't say angry, but they will defend their home, and they come out, not in huge swarms, but they come out and they get in your eyes and in your ears and your nose and oh. But if you've ever sat in a swarm of them, I've done that several times, big swarm of them of, 5,000-10,000 bees, they won't touch you. They won't come near you. They just buzz all the way around you. And it's one of the nicest feelings you've ever got with all this activity around you, but nothing's interfering with you. There you go. Oh, I just read your comment, Andy, and I got it. Oh, that's a classic, Vinny. I know Anthony used to give it if he'd go to Officeworks or what's another. There's a few others, and they say, "Oh, do you want to give your change to charity?" And he goes, "Yeah." Wasn't his money. Unreal. Many years ago, in fact, over 40 years ago, my eldest son, who shall remain nameless, he wanted some money, and we didn't have any in those days. We haven't got any now. But I said, "No, you can't." And the next thing is the school brings us up. He's gone to the tuck shop. He's nicked one of the checks out of my checkbook. Remember checkbooks before credit cards? And he'd written a check because he wanted some chips. And the next thing, the police arrived on the doorstep. I said, "You're kidding me." He would have been about 7. And in his defence, I did have that check for many years. In his defence, he didn't think it was stealing because he'd seen me go to Kmart and write a check and give it in the service desk and they'd give me money back. So it's amazing what kids pick up. I'm going to remind him of that. I forgot about that. Trevor, my mate down the road, used to buy a pig every January and the kids' mad pet. He used to be called everyone of them freezer. Every December he'd disappear. There you go. A friend of mine used to do it. He had 2 pigs called pigs were called Sweet and Sour, and the 2 cows he had was called Fridge and Freezer. They were in no doubt where they were going to end up. We have wasps and honeybees here in New Mexico and they will sting you. No, I don't like wasps. Not a fan of wasps. Don't like things that sting either. That's why I like stingless bees. My son, who I just mentioned, the miscreant, he is allergic to bee stings and he has to have an EpiPen. I remembered one, and I'll give, what was it, QE2 Hospital in Brisbane, I'll give them 2 thumbs up. He got stung by this bee. The only thing that disappointed me, he did the EpiPen himself. I wanted to stab him with that. And this was only a couple of years ago. And I jumped in the car and I flew up because it was quicker to drive up than get an ambulance. I flew up to the hospital, went in. My wife Susie had rung and said, we're on our way. And there was a huge queue in the public casualty ward like there normally is. I just went up the desk because, excuse me, my wife just rung ahead. My son's just gone an anaphylactic, whatever is it? Not epileptic. Anaphylactic. Oh, yeah, baby. Take the prize for spelling. Anaphylactic shock. And he's in the car. I kid you not. It would have been less than 20 seconds. Wouldn't have even been that. I reckon there was 22 people out in the car park, stretchers, oxygen, drips, all sorts of things. I have never seen anything as quick as what happened. It was less than 20 seconds. I didn't hear a siren. I didn't hear a bell. They must have a secret code or something. And anyway, he was unconscious, and they got him and they put him on a gurney and got him conscious again and got him in the hospital. Just as quickly as it happened, everyone disappeared. And I'm standing next to the car going, what do I do now? What happens next? So, yeah, bouquets to the hospitals when, you know, you might think they're slack and they don't do anything. And I've got to say, in some cases I've been in hospitals and that really seems to be the case. But when an emergency like that turned up, my goodness, they're on the ball. So, excellent. Oh, there's another hospital story. One of my other sons, he's got narcolepsy, which means he'll just pass out. He can be walking across the road, which he's done, and just passes out in the middle of the road, busy highway. Or he can be going up the travellators in a shopping centre, boom, pass out. And anyway, this has happened, and we had him in, I won't say which hospital, but he was in a local hospital. It wasn't QE2. And they just left him on the bed, and no one came near him. And he'd been there for about 2 hours. And I was getting a bit shirty, and Susie was getting a bit put off. So anyway, I went up the road to the local cake shop, and I bought 4 dozen donuts. Been a couple of cream cakes in there as well. And I went back into the ER with this huge big bag of donuts and put them on the counter and said, that's for all the staff here, you know, doctors, nurses, if you want, you know, grab a donut. You want to believe he got some attention then? They wouldn't leave him alone. He had a nurse sitting by him the whole time. Doctors were checking on him every couple of minutes. All for the sake of a few dozen donuts. Good stuff. No native bees. I bet you there's some big bees in the UK though. I'm not saying nothing. I'm staying out of the political arena. Oh dear. I saw a good one, or I read a good one about money. It was this guy gave his son $2 coin. And he said, and see how far you can throw that. And the kid hoiked it as far as he could go. He said, right. The next week, the kid started his job. And when he got his first pay packet, he said, give me a $2 coin. He said, why? He said, well, I want you to throw it as far as you can. The kid goes, no way, are you serious? That's my money. I've seen it with the kids. They come and help me and I pay them because they've been working with me. You couldn't get that money any tighter to them if you scholastic it to their foreheads or stapled it to the inside of their pockets. They won't spend it. But if you give them $20 at a shopping centre, woof, it's gone before you've even, you know, missed it. So good lesson, good lesson. Make them earn it, they don't spend it so quick. Oh, and just a little note, if anyone's in Australia, I don't know if it's worldwide or Australia-wide, at the moment, Tim Tams are on special at Woolworths. Just went and bought 3 cartons. You can have your toilet paper. I'm hoarding Tim Tams. $2 a packet. So there you go. That'll do us for the next few months. Abdul, hello Abdul. Welcome to Brisbane. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, you don't want to carry a pig, do you? As a mate of mine, we nearly bought a house. So he wasn't a mate because he gazumped me on this house. But he had goats, and the same thing, he used to hand feed them. And they'd all come running up, and then he topped a couple of them. Then he'd go out with grass, and they wouldn't come up to him anymore. So he'd let them learn. Yeah, those EpiPens are good. I was just ticked off I couldn't stab him. I said to him later, well, can I stab you with something else? Oh, dear. Oh, it's 7:10, way past my din-dins. I said, I better go. Hopefully one day in the near future that will work out why our kids are so allergic to so many. Yeah, I'm not going there because I'm going to wind up now. If anybody, I could give you a rant on that. Actually, I was in the big shop, the big box warehouse today. And I gave something to the guy, the regular guy I see in there. G'day, mate, here you go. Yeah, good. And said something or other, and he said, yeah, so-and-so millennials. He said, I said, they're the ones that are meant to look after us when we get old. I said, I'm not going to get old. I might have some birthdays, but I'm not going to get old. I don't care what do you mean? I've forgotten his name. What's his name? Theo. I'm getting Alzheimer's. Yeah, wait, I'm going to ring him up tomorrow. I'm going to give him a serve, Trev. Yeah, he's not going to get his music stand because he's being rude. Older than me. Yeah, that's it. Worm farms. We keep worm farms for the manure. You should be feeding them to your kids. That's it. I'm going to, on that note, I'm going to say bid you adieu. Thank you. Thank you. You've made that so much easier, and I got through so many of those. Actually, I might just stack these up, and I can finish them off tomorrow. And yeah, I've worked out a different process, which I'll share with you, of doing these boxes. Before, what I'd do would rip them to whatever width I wanted. Haven't got one here. Oh, yeah, that'll do. I'd glue them up flat, and then I'd rip them on the table saw down to within about 1 millimetre of my finished width. For me, the bottom box is a 120, the top box is 90. And then I put them through a drum sander. But what I was finding with the drum sander, if it got a little bit of gum or a bit of rubbish on it, it would be leaving tracks. So that meant I still had to come in here on the sanding board and sand them to get them perfectly flat, because you've got to get a good seal when you put the boxes on top of each other so predators can't invade the nests. And since I've upgraded to the new thicknesser with a helix cutter, it's brilliant. Don't put them in straight because you blow the end out, but if you put them in on the diagonal, the helix gives you a bit of the, let's see if I've got any in here. No, they're all next door. Gives you a beautiful finish, very slight corrugation, so I may still just have to 1 or 2 rubs on the board to get the corrugations out, but they're that minute, I don't think there's a drama. So that has cut the processing time for me building these down by heaps, because I no longer have to do all the sanding or do them on the saw table. So there you go. Just had a blackout of the electrical. Mate, I'm going to have a grey out. So on that note, this is Steve putting the shed door down, saying thank you for your attendance, for your chat, for your company. I really enjoy it and appreciate it. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you know when I'm on next.